Namaste. Today we are going to be doing some yoga poses to balance on our legs and get some strength in our core. So, whenever you're ready, we're going to try to find a comfortable seat. If you're outside in the beautiful weather, then feel free to roll out your mat anywhere you like and settle down on the mat. Let's find a cross legged seat and then keep your hands on your lap. Keep your shoulders away from your ears and try to bring your focus to your breath. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If you're outside, try to get the sensations from your surroundings. Listen to the sounds around you. Take in the smell, anything that happens around you. We're going to bring our hands to a prayer in front of our heart and do a couple of 7-second breaths. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop your chin into your chest. And then, as you open your eyes, lift your hands up, breathe in. And then, with your hands up, we're just going to turn to one side. So, let's open up our side body a little bit as we stretch to one side. And come back to the center and stretch over to the other side, keeping your hands in a prayer. Just going to move back and forth like this. Breathe in and breathe out. And then bring your hands down. And we're going to bring our knees out and our feet touching together to open up our inner thighs a little bit. So pulse your knees up and down. And then come to stillness with your body. Lift your chest up, breathe in. And then bow down above your feet. This allows us to open up our leg muscles a little more, preparing them to be ready for those standing balance poses to strengthen our legs later on. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, sink in a little deeper towards your feet. Then rise up, close your knees like a book, and then bring your legs to one side and turn to the back, opening your chest to the beautiful surroundings behind you. Then release, and then other side. Bring your legs to the opposite side, and we're going to do the same thing. Release your chest to the back, opening it up, taking in all of the sensations. Breathe in, breathe out, and then come back to the center. Beautiful. We're going to come to a tabletop position, so hands and knees, and you're going to move your hips from side to side. And today, come to stillness in tabletop, and then at your own pace, let's do some cat cow poses. So breathe in and breathe out. Then keep moving your spine as you roll it. Breathe in, breathe out. And then bring your palms forward and lift your knees and hips up, downward facing dog. This is our very first downward facing dog for the practice, so try to give yourself some time to settle into the pose. So focus on how you feel in your legs, in your arms, in your core as you lift your body up using your strength. Breathe in Breathe out. Let's take a small vinyasa flow. Breathe in and roll forward to a plank pose. Breathe out. Go all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Lift your chest up. Breathe in. Baby cobra pose. Lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now, as you breathe in, lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee. Bring it all the way forward and just hover. Don't drop your foot yet. Lift your leg up. Breathe in. One more time. Bring it forward. Don't drop it. Just hold it. Hover. One more time. Lift your leg up. And this time, bring it outside of your right palm, making this wide low lunge with your body. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And then now push off from your back foot and bring it forward. And then sink into your hips to sit in yogi squat. So bring your elbows to push your knees out to the side, lifting your chest up, yogi squat. Keep your gaze to a point in front of you. Breathe in, breathe out, and slowly drop your hands down. Lift your hips up, and let's find a wide legged forward fold. So, keeping your feet about mat's width distance, we're just going to fold over your legs. Allow for that reverse blood circulation to happen towards your heart and your head. Dropping your head down. If you want, you can bend one knee, bend the other. Just opening up your legs a little more. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, as you breathe in, rise up, lift your hands all the way up, high prayer, hands to heart, wide legged Tadasana, mountain pose, hands by your side. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your hips, bring your feet together, and we're just going to walk back a little bit to the center of our mat. And we're going to go to downward facing dog again. Lift your hands up, breathe in. Fold over your legs and then bring your palms a little forward as you bring your feet back to find downward facing dog. Vinyasa flow. We're going to roll forward to a plank pose. Breathe in and then go halfway or all the way down to the mat with control. Lift your chest up, baby cobra or full cobra pose. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Beautiful. This time lift your left leg up, breathe in. Bend your knee, bring it all the way forward. Just hover. Don't bring the foot down yet. Breathe in, lift your leg up. Breathe out, bring it forward and hover. Breathe in, lift your leg up. Breathe out, bring it forward and hover. Last time, breathe in. And then bring your foot outside of your left palm for a wide legged low lunge. And then push the mat away with your palms as you sink your hips down to really allow for that opening in your right hip and your left inner thigh, both of which are happening together now. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm gonna stay here for a couple of breaths, deepening that sensation. And then once you're ready, push off from your right foot and bring it outside of your right palm. Sink your hips down first, bringing your hands to a prayer. Push your knees out with your elbows. See if you can keep your chest lifted, allowing for that opening in your legs and your hips, lower back. Now, as you breathe in, slowly lift your hips up and then bring your hands all the way up, high prayer with wide legs, hands to heart, hands by your side, wide legged Tadasana, mountain pose. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring your hands to your hips and bring your feet together to touch. And come to the center of the mat again. This time we're going to just stay here and bend our knees one at a time, opening up our legs. And again, lift your hands up, breathe in, high prayer, Urdhva Hastasana. Breathe out, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. And then walk your hands forward, bring your palms down, move your feet back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose, go halfway or all the way down. Lift your chest up, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Lift your right leg up, breathe in. Bend your knee, bring it all the way forward. Drop your foot down in between your palms. And let's find a high lunge today. So, keeping your feet as they are. You're on the ball of your left foot and on the right foot in the front. Push off with your hands. Lift your hands up. High lunge. Breathe in. Lift your chest up. Breathe out. Just sink your hips down as you breathe out. We're going to bring our hands to a prayer and just twist. Bring your left elbow outside of your right knee as you find this twist with your upper body. Breathe in, breathe out. And then slowly release your namaste prayer. Bring your hands to frame your right foot and lift your right hand up. Breathe in and then slowly breathe out and circle it back down. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to step our right foot back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose. Breathe in. Go halfway or all the way down. Lift your chest up. Breathe in. Lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. This time, as you breathe in, lift your left leg up. Bend your knee. Bring it all the way forward. Drop your foot in between your palms. Again, make sure that your weight is on your left foot in the front and the ball of your right foot in the back. Once you have this with your lower body, push off with your hands and rise up to find a high lunge. Hands to heart. And then lift your hands up. Breathe in. Lift your chest up as you sink your hips down. Again, hands to heart. And this time we're going to twist to the other side. So bring your right elbow outside of your left knee. And you're going to turn to face your left side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then slowly release from the twist. Bring your hands to frame your left foot. And then step back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to bring our feet together, uh, bringing the big toes together to touch. Bring your knees a little bit lower down towards the mat, bringing your hips up, and then breathe in. And as you breathe out, just jump or take a step forward on the mat. Fold over your legs. Breathe in, lift your hands up. Breathe out, hands to heart, hands by your side. Mountain pose. Let's do one round of Surya Namaskar now. Lift your hands up, breathe in. Fold over your legs, breathe out. Step your right foot back, breathe in. And step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, breathe in. Bring your right foot forward. Lift your chest up, breathe in. And then push off from your left foot. Lift your hands up, breathe in. Hands to heart, hands by your side. Breathe in, lift your hands up. Breathe out, fold over your legs. Step your left foot back now, breathe in. And step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, breathe in. Bring it forward, breathe out. Lift your chest up, breathe in. Bring your right foot forward and fold over your legs. Lift your hands up, breathe in. Hands to heart, hands by your side. We started off with a milder version of Surya Namaskar. Let's add on to this. Lift your hands up, breathe in. Fold over your legs, breathe out. Step your right foot back, low lunge. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose. Bend your elbows, go halfway or all the way down. Lift your chest up, breathe in. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, breathe in. Bring it all the way forward, breathe out. Lift your chest up, breathe in. Bring your left foot forward, fold over your legs. Lifting your hands up all the way, Urdhva Hastasana, breathe in. Hands to heart, hands by your side. Breathe out. Breathe in, Urdhva Hastasana, lift your hands up. Fold over your legs, breathe out. Step your left foot back, low lunge, breathe in. And step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose. Bend your elbows, go halfway or all the way. Lift your chest up, breathe in. Lift your hips up, breathe out. Lift your left leg up, breathe in. Bring it forward, breathe out. Lift your chest up, breathe in. Bring your right foot forward, fold over your legs. Lift your hands up, breathe in. Hands to heart, hands by your side, mountain pose or Tadasana. Try to connect with your body and mind and see how you feel, and allow for any sensations to rise. Just acknowledge them without judging them or trying to control them. If you had your eyes closed, let's bat our eyelids open. Bring your hands to your hips and then turn to face towards me, um, towards the long edge of the mat. Bring your feet wide, and we're going to start off with some warrior poses now. So turn your right foot towards the right and bend your right knee, opening up your arms for warrior two. So in warrior two, make sure that your weight is balanced on both the feet. The back leg is straight and the front leg is super bent. Keep your gaze to a point just ahead of your right fingertips. Breathe in, breathe out. When you breathe in these poses, remember to fill up your chest and stomach. Just giving yourself the energy to balance in this somewhat challenging pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, as you breathe in, flip your front palm and tip back for peaceful warrior. Look up towards the ceiling or the sky. And come back to a T shape with your arms. Now, as you breathe in, you're going to straighten your front leg. Bring your upper body forward and bring your right palm down towards your right foot, lifting your left hand up. Triangle pose or Trikonasana. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Bring a slight bend in the front knee as you rise up with T-shaped arms. Hands to your hips. Turn your right foot towards the long edge of the mat. And just relax with your upper body. Maybe roll your shoulders one direction and then the other side, okay? So turn your left foot towards the left. Bend your left knee, open up your arms. Again, Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Make sure that the left knee is pushed out towards the left and your upper body is facing uh, the long edge of the mat. Keeping your hands straight, look towards the left, just over your left fingertips. Keeping that generous space between your shoulders and your ears allows for the chest to open a little bit more. Very nice. Breathe in, breathe out. You can do it. Breathe in, breathe out. Now flip your front palm. This time it's the left palm. Tip back, bringing your right palm on your long leg behind you. Breathe this forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Put it up to a T shape with your arms. And this time we're going to breathe in and straighten our left leg and bring your upper body forward and your left palm down to wherever it lands on top of your left foot or your ankle, shin, lifting your right hand up, finding Trikonasana or triangle pose. Beautiful. Breathe in, breathe out. Now slowly bend your left knee a little bit to give you that momentum to rise up. Hands to hips. Turn both feet to face the long edge of the mat. Maybe reduce the uh, distance between both the feet just for a little bit more comfort. Bend one knee, bend the other, strengthening and relaxing at the same time. And then we're going to bend our knees and jump in. Nice. Hands to heart. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Let's try some balancing poses. So we're going to start with our classic tree pose. So lift your right leg up as you breathe in. First, give it a big hug. Give your right knee a big hug as you balance on your left foot. And then hold on to your right ankle and place your right foot on top of your left leg. It could be high up or you can have it on your shin below your knee. Just make sure you avoid your knee. Hands to heart. Vrikshasana. The gaze needs to be to a point in front of you just to help you with the balance a little bit more. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. You're going to lift your hands up as you breathe in for the full expression of the tree pose. Nice. And then slowly release your foot from your long leg and then bring it all the way down next to your left foot with control. Really nice. Bring your hands to your side for Tadasana and just shake your legs a little bit, allowing for that blood flow to happen. Now let's bring our weight on our right foot and we're going to lift our left leg off the mat. First, give your left leg a big hug and then hold on to your left ankle as you place your left foot on your right leg. Vrikshasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep your gaze to a point in front of you. Make sure that you avoid the knee. Sometimes one side can feel better than the other. It's okay. It's just how the body is. Our job is to find balance on both sides as much as possible. When you're ready, lift your hands up, breathe in, breathe out, and then slowly bring your hands down and with control bring your foot down. And really nice job. You're going to bring one heel at a time down on the mat. Nice. Let's find chair pose. So bring your hands down and up as you bend your knees and lift your chest up, sinking your hips towards your heels. A lot is happening here. You're going to bring your hips down to the back as you lift your chest up. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, as you breathe in, rise up, breathe out, hands next to your body. Now, let's bring our feet a little wider than our hips, and we're going to bring our knees out to the side and bring your hips down to find goddess pose, opening up our legs on either side. Maybe you're going to shift your weight from one side to the other, breathing in and breathing out. And like we did towards the start of the practice, we're going to find a yogi squat. So come to the center and then lift your hands up, straightening your legs, breathe in. And this time, bring your hands down towards your heart and sink your hips down all the way. If you feel like you want to adjust the stance between your feet, that's most comfortable for your yogi squat, malasana, feel free to do so. Bring your elbows to open up your knees. It might be a bit uncomfortable, but just stay with it. And this is where our breath helps. Breathe in, breathe out. And we're going to try to balance on one foot. So bring your left hand down and come on to the ball of your left foot. Bring your right foot slowly towards the inside. And you're going to hold your right big toe with your index finger and your middle finger and curl your fingers around the big toe. And you're going to bring your left palm outside of your left knee and then slowly rise up, bringing your right foot up. Beautiful. You can stay right here. This is perfectly okay. If you feel ready, lift your left hand up. Slowly, very slowly, stretch your right leg out. Breathe in, breathe out, and then slowly bring your foot down and your hand down. Really nice. We're going to bring our feet out wide again. And again, make sure your knees are spread out and sink your hips down, hands to heart, goddess pose. Really allowing for that strength to build up. Move your weight from one side to the other. And then come to the center, breathe in, lift your hands up. Breathe out, sink your hips down, bend your knees, maybe bring your feet a little closer to each other as you find Malasana. Breathe in, breathe out. And this time we're going to come on to the ball of our right foot, bringing our right palm down. And then bring your left foot a little bit inside. Right palm lands outside of the right knee this time. Curl your index and middle finger of your left hand around your left big toe. And then slowly push off and lift your left leg. Right hand comes to your hip and make sure that your chest is lifted and you're kind of in the center of your body. You can just stay here if this feels comfortable, lifting your right hand up. If you want to go further, slowly straighten your left leg. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, gently bring your left leg down and your right hand down. Beautiful. We're just going to relax our feet, opening up the backs of our legs, bringing one heel at a time down to the mat. And then once we are ready, we're going to find a seated cross-legged position. Okay? And right away, bring your left leg out and your right foot inside of your left leg. And you're going to turn your upper body to face the left long leg. Lift your hands up, breathe in, and fold over your left leg. So you can grab a hold of your left foot or your ankle. Janani. Find your comfort spot, but that also gives you a little bit of strength to maybe push yourself slightly. So as you breathe in, lift your chest up. As you breathe out, maybe drop your head down a little lower towards your knee. Lift your chest up, breathe in, and then we're gonna bring our right leg out and bring our left leg in and try Janani on the other side. So turn your upper body to face the right long leg, lift your hands up, breathe in, and fold over your legs. Same thing on this side. You can stay here in your most comfortable variation. Otherwise, lift your chest up, breathe in. Maybe you want to go a little further down. Breathe out. Slowly lift your chest up and then bring your leg to one side and we're going to come to a tabletop position. Now, just to relax our upper body that's worked so hard, do a couple of cat cow poses just to release all of those tensions that have come up in the body and then find downward facing dog. We're gonna move to pigeon pose just to allow for those openings and stretch in the body after we've done those strong balance poses. So as you breathe in, lift your right leg up and then come to pigeon pose. Bring your right foot all the way forward and land your right shin parallel to the front of the mat as much as possible. Bring your palms down, lifting your chest up. Breathe in. Once you create that distance in your upper body, just fold over, bending your arms. Bring your forehead down to your forearm and just stay in pigeon pose to allow for that opening in your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes these poses can get super uncomfortable without having too much of attachment to the sensation. We're just going to observe them and help them maybe a little bit with our breath. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now, slowly lift your chest up, bring your palms down, and then tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back, downward facing dog. Let's go over to the other side. Lift your left leg up, breathe in. Again, bend it and bring it forward to find pigeon pose. Bring your right leg back. Lift your chest up by pushing the mat with your palms first, creating that distance. Fold your forearms forward and then you're going to bring your forehead down. Again, observe the sensations in your body and help them settle in by using your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, slowly lift your chest up, bring your palms on the mat, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back, downward facing dog. And drop your knees down, and we're going to come back and find a cross-legged seat. And then move your seat forward as you bring your back down to the mat, keeping your knees facing up and your feet flat on the mat. We're gonna try to do bridge pose now. Lift your hips up, breathe in, and see if you can go a little further now by bringing your shoulder blades together in the back, interlacing your fingers, opening up your chest towards the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Now slowly release your hips down, and the second round of bridge pose you can do the same again, or you can find wheels pose. So you're going to bring your palms, framing your head, fingertips facing down, and elbows pointing up. And then slowly lift your hips up first and find wheel pose. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring your crown of your head first down to the mat and then your hips down gently. Beautiful. Move your knees from side to side. Windshield wiper your knees, getting ready to settle down into our final resting pose. Then, once they fall over to the left, just open up your arms and face the opposite side. Just a fine twist. Beautiful. And then bring your knees to the center, let them fall over to the right. Supine twist on the opposite side. And then come back to the center. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug because you deserve it. And then open up your knees wide. Happy baby pose. Massage your lower back. Bend one knee and the other. And you're going to slowly release your feet down and your hands down for final resting pose or shavasana. Relax your entire body down on the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes when you're ready to come back. Bend one knee and the other. And slowly turn over to face one side with your eyes closed. Push yourself off to a seated cross-legged position. And then bring your hands to your heart. Bow your chin towards your chest. Fill your heart with gratitude for everything there is and everything that is to come. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat, and I thank you for letting me guide you through this practice. Namaste.